$20.71.
Holy schmolies! $20.71
Before tax.
before taxes. Man, what's it made out of gold?
With tax, $22.46.
$22.46. Holy shit! God damn!
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm not sure if you noticed recently, but grocery prices in 2025 are out of control. You know, you go to the store, you're buying a few things, and somehow it's over $100. It's not like people are buying fancy stuff, you know, just a regular food. And prices keep climbing, but wages not so much. And it's getting to the point where people are choosing between bills or grocery. And yeah, it's not looking so good out here right now.
I usually don't do a TikTok in a grocery store, but it's after church and everybody's shopping. So I said, well, I'll make some, you know, ground meat and pasta later today. Do you see that? $27.76 for 3 pounds of ground meat. Oh my God. Looks like we're gonna have to start eating a lot more carbs. Or maybe going vegan. I mean, thank God it's just me and my husband, but wow. These are like $30 a pack. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is crazy. You know, $27 for a package of ground beef is a lot. I mean, this thing used to go for 10, 11 bucks per package, if I remember that correctly. And now is, you know, more than double the price. And if you think $27 is a lot, you know, just wait until you see the next one.
So I guess we're all going to be vegetarians now. Do I have that right? Do I have that right? A 4-pound chuck roast, $48 freaking dollars. What? 2.89, $34.99 for a chuck roast.
$48 for a chuck roast is crazy. Like, this is the type of meat you slow cook on a Sunday. How did we get here, right? You can't even walk into a grocery store without mentally preparing your bank account first. And the crazy part is, this isn't some isolated things, right? You know, grocery in 2025 are insane. You know, meat, eggs, milk, all up way past what people can realistically afford. And you know, the average 4-pound roast being almost 50 bucks means if you are making a federal minimum wage, which is, you know, still around $7.25 an hour, you have to work over 6.5 hours just to, you know, afford one piece of meat. And that's before taxes, before bills, and before rent, which is crazy.
I'm just leaving Kroger, and there's absolutely no reason why groceries for 2 people should be $300. $300 for groceries. That's not even going to last us probably the whole month. It's got to be a better way. Because this ain't it. This ridiculous. God dang it. Ridiculous.
And you know, stuff like this put things into perspective, right? You know, 4 years ago, this stuff cost a third of the price. Now it feels like we're living in a different economy entirely. It's wild, right? We're getting the same paycheck, but a smaller grocery bag. And you know, no wonder everyone is fed up.
Is anybody else sick of these grocery bills? Because I just spent $80 at Trader Joe's. I still have to buy food like to eat for dinner for the week at a regular grocery store. That's gonna cost me over $100. So this is out of control. Prices are ridiculous. I don't even know what I bought at Trader Joe's. Can you guys relate? Because why are prices so expensive?
Yeah, I feel this. You know, grocery are brutal right now. You know, you go in and thinking that you're just picking up some dinners, and suddenly your total is like, you know, 120 bucks. Like, where did this come from, right? You start scanning your receipt and it's just, you know, normal stuff. Eggs, bread, milk, all up $1 or $2 from last year. And you know, this stuff add up fast, and it sucks that this is where we are right now. By the way guys, sorry if you hear some background noise in the back. My dad is cutting some wood in the backyard, you know, doing some backyard works. And yeah, I'm gonna try and cut that, as much of that out as possible. And yeah, just want to let you know ahead of time. Anyways, let's get back into the video.
A fucking box of cereal costs $6. Look at this, $6 fucking for a box of cereal. Who can afford this shit? This is fucking crazy. Then you eat this shit and your mouth gets stuck together with this bullshit, so you're gonna have to eat this to taste. This is crazy. What the fuck is the world coming to? $6 for a fucking box of cereal? They used to be $2 when I was a kid. I'm either getting old or this world is getting expensive. Fuck. I need food stamps.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that makes people lose it in the grocery aisle. Like, you know, $6 for a box of grocery that used to be $2 or $3. This is insane. It's like every basic thing we grew up on, cereal, milk, and bread, all double in price, and somehow our paycheck didn't. And if you think about it, you know, cereal is not even supposed to be a luxury item. It's breakfast. It's thing that you eat when you're broke or late for work, but even starting to feel like it's out of reach. You know, imagine being a parent trying to feed 2 kids, breakfast before school, and every trip to the store just kind of draining your banks. And if you do the math, if you're working a minimum wage job, that $6 box of cereal costs you almost a full hours of work after taxes. And that's just one box, not including the milk, the fruit, and not the rest of the other grocery. Just one box. It's getting to the point where people are questioning what is happening to the economy, right? Like, how are regular folks like us supposed to live when every single basic things keep climbing in prices? And to be honest, you know, cereal is not even that healthy, and we're literally paying for less, you know, nutrition food. And it sucks, you know, it seems like the world is really getting expensive out here.
This is fucking crazy. Before I leave Publix, I gotta show y'all these prices. This is for a case of sodas. This used to be $3 to $4. This is $9.29 for a case of sodas. Look at this, for a case of root beer, it's $11.49. A carton of eggs is $11.39. Come on with these prices, bro. For a bag of barbecue Lay's, $4.99.
Yeah, this price is unreal. You know, like you walk into a grocery store now and it feels like you are shopping at the Whole Foods. And even when it's just, you know, soda and chips, you know, $11 for eggs and $10 for Gatorade, seems like, you know, we are officially paying for a premium price for basic stuff.
It's $5 for a bag of chips. It used to be $2. This is insane. This is $10 for a case of Gatorade. And they had the nerve to put buy 2, get 1 free. You're paying $20 for 2 cases of Gatorade, man. That's insane. These used to be $4. And they're doing buy 2, get 1 free, making people think that they're getting a deal. It's crazy, man. What happened to our country in just 4 years? What happened? Just 4 years ago, all of these were $1. Now we're at $3.59.
And what kills me is how they make it look like a deal, right? They have this label, buy 2, get 1 free. But you know, that's not a deal if each one is already $10. You know, you're spending $20 on a sugar water and they call it a bargain. And you know, bringing back this federal minimum wages again, you know, that's still around $7.25 an hour. So you literally have to work almost 3 full hours just to afford 2 cases of Gatorade and a bag of chips. Like, think about that, you know, 3 hours of labor for a snack and a drink. That's how far off balance this has gotten. And you know, wages have not keep up with this type of inflation. And honestly, it's not even about politics at this point. It's about priorities, right? We hit a point where the average person can't afford grocery, rent, or even a small luxury anymore. Everyone is, you know, blaming someone, but no one is actually fixing anything, you know. Meanwhile, people are just trying to, you know, make it through the week without going broke.
We live in New York City, so obviously everything is going to be super expensive. But this is just the most outrageous pricing I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
We got 3 things. Feel Good Foods, these the pork soup dumplings. I'm obsessed with them. I haven't tried this one yet, but we'll report back. Annie's pizza bagels. He wanted a Hot Pocket. Couldn't find him. Okay. Ben and Jerry's ice cream. 3 things. Guess how much these 3 things cost.
Okay, I see dumplings, pizza, bagels, ice cream. You know, all of this is, you know, my favorite. This is like, you know, the broke Gen Z starter pack for people like myself. And if you think about it, somehow these things is still probably cost more than a full dinner out in, you know, just a couple years ago. And this is just literally a freezer item that you put in the refrigerator, and it's crazy. I'm not sure why it costs so much now.
Don't tell them. 3 items.
It's a lot.
A lot of money. First person to guess, you know what? First person to guess it right,
We'll send you a
I
pizza
will
bagel.
Venmo you that amount of money. It is just absurd.
And let's be real for a second, right? You know, New York prices are wild, but this isn't just a New York City things, right? You know, everywhere you go, you are paying for premium prices for a basic food. You know, the average American grocery bill jumps almost 25% since 2020. And the wages haven't keep up, right? Think about it. When was the last time you get a raise at your current job, or even if you have a job right now, especially in the current job market? And you know, the minimum wage in New York City is about $16. So even if you're making that, this little haul is still like, you know, half an hour of the work after taxes, you know, just for dumplings and ice cream, which is crazy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a crazy world out there right now, and I really hope you are doing well. You know, just hang in there. Eventually things will get better. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.